need to get a goal. Pretty early.
Dante Wright really upset now. And I think Wi-Fi have every reason to be displeased about how things have gone for them tonight.
Well, some of it their own doing, like what we just saw just now. But certainly that should not have been. I mean, the cross was...
It was firm.
Yeah, well, it sort of skewed off the boot. It sort of... He wanted to go across goal with that cross, but then it went in the direction of the goalkeeper. And you felt, like you said, Lance, you were about to say easy take for the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Shaquille Kane with a strong pass inside the box. Messed up by the goalkeeper and gave Limehall the opportunity. Y4 on the charge there through Keandre Wilson, who was substitute on, trying to inject some life into this Wi-Fi team. But Limehall are now in firm control by 2-0.
I can tell you, I know what this would have done to this Wi-Fi team, because you came out, you know it was a goal in it, and you came out the second half and was giving your best because you were ahead of this Limehall team in terms of the performance in the second half. More sustained attacking play, and then to concede like that. I mean, you can forgive them if they were to drop their heads, but they haven't done so, in all fairness to them.
Yeah, and here's Edwards, one of the hardest working players on the field tonight, not only just for Wi-Fi, but I think of the 22 players on the park, he has been one of the hardest working players.
And largely the reason why Wi-Fi was looking much better in the second half, because he got a lot of touch in it.
Yes.
And purposeful touches as well.
Quite a few unforced errors here from the Wi-Fi team. Well, both teams actually, but I think Wi-Fi's unforced errors are been a little bit more profound. A flurry of changes now being made by both teams. For Limehall, O'Neill Henry and CJ Gibbs are going to be coming on.
Yeah, so a player coming out, one of the players coming out.
CJ Gibbs is now on, the number 15. Actually the leading scorer this season for Limehall in the Jamaica Football Championship with 7 goals. Carlos Campbell and Anderson both have 5 each. Wow, Edwards is being taken out.
It's an interesting change.
Maybe fatigue, because on quality of performance, he certainly deserves to be on the park still.
Yeah, certainly their best player in the second half.
Wi-Fi. Akeem Thompson has done well in this game. Oh, that's a good, strong cross inside. Or it may have been an intended shot on goal, but goalkeeper Saunders was right there. And for the moment here, the Limehall defenders are having a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we saw that in the second half. Moments in the first half, but more sustained in the second half, where Wi-Fi, they do create problems. And I have to say that despite their 2-goal lead, Limehall in defense, they don't look very convincing all the time. Some rash, hurried clearance. So, you know, it's all the more how devastating it is for them to have conceded Wi-Fi. And I feel if they were to get a goal in the next 5 or so minutes, will make this one very interesting. in all fairness, though, from their attacking play, they have not been able to carve out anything clear-cut, this Wi-Fi team.
Yeah, they've had vastly different successes this season in the Jamaica Football Championship, these two teams. The Limehole team has like a 53% win record, and Wi-Fi is like a 26% win record. So there's been a significant difference between the success levels of these two teams in the Jamaica Football Championship.
Yeah, and they're yet to beat in 2 meetings this Limehole team, but they did get a point.
Campbell puts the chase on down the left side, has a bit of room here. Some support as well from Anderson. Akeem Thompson is strong though in defense for Wi-Fi and helps them fend off this latest Limehole challenge. Forceful pass down the left side. Kane with a very, very aggressive challenge. Shuts out the danger for the moment.
Yeah, give them credit though. They're still playing here. Didn't drop their head after such a soft goal conceded. They're really, and you have to give them credit for that as players, that, you know, the easiest thing for them to have done was to just drop their heads and, you know, look at it as a lost cause, but they are trying to halve the deficit.
Yeah.
They do say in football that 2 goal leads are the most dangerous, because you get so complacent and the opponent just feels 1 goal and I'm back in it.
Mackenzie puts the chase on here. Wants to get the ball across to CJ Gibbs, but doesn't find him. And Thompson is in a huge battle here with Gibbs for possession. Gibbs does well. Good skill. Kane. Gibbs again. Ball squeezes past Gibbs, but he'll retrieve it before it goes over the touch line or the byline. Here's Kane. Kane holds up the ball well and now gives it away. Good strong challenge in the end from Devontae Redmond that gets the ball away for Limehole. Anderson's header across finds Campbell. Campbell's pass though is poor. He gives up a throw midway the half. Dangerous cross inside.
Vital header from the defender.
Yeah. And Kane gets the ball away. Here's Gibbs now under some pressure. Yeah, tries a bit of a fancy play there, but it doesn't work for him.
Yeah, I was looking to flick it over.
Powerful strike, but way over the top.
Yeah, just needed that one to drop a bit, hit it from a bit too high.
Clear signs here that Wi-Fi aren't giving up on this. They still have 19 minutes of normal time remaining, and that's certainly enough time for them to get back into the game. As Limehole getting ready to make yet another change. That's Javan Smith. And he's
Double goal scorer out.
Yeah, coming in for the limping Mackenzie. Yeah, Mackenzie.
Was it Campbell who got the second, or was it Mackenzie both?
Mackenzie scored both.
Both, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Campbell had passed to him.
Yeah. So Mackenzie's off with an injury, but Limehole still having scoring power on the field. Statistically, at any rate, through Anderson and Gibbs, and they've just given the ball away. Yeah, it looks to be a bit of a knee issue there. You see him with the ice just applying on the side of the right knee. But he looks okay. Doesn't look dispirited or anything.
Like something he'll shake off for the next game, as it looks like they'll be advancing as it stands.
Look at that sprint from Gibbs. He wants that ball badly, but it was way out of his range. But the appetite to get to the ball was impressive. He sprinted about 35 meters in search of that pass. And even when it didn't look as if he would get to it, he still continued the chase. But he's fresh. He was a second half sub, so he has a lot of pent-up energy.
Should. He'd be disappointed as the coach if he wasn't on the chase just now.
Saunders, goalkeeper for the Limehole team, just frustrating Wi-Fi. There's a whistle.
Yeah, 8-second rule. I think he held it for longer than 8 seconds, so the referee pointed to the corner, which is the new rule, if you want to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper can't. But I'm not sure if I saw the referee indicating 5 seconds, because what happened is that once the goalkeeper holds it, once it gets to 5 seconds to go, the referee would normally hold the 5 fingers up. I don't remember if I saw
a
that just
countdown
now.
to suggest that you're on the watch.
Yeah. I'm not sure I saw that just now.
Yeah. Not sure I did either. Corner dangerous. Saunders gets there. The ball bobbles out of his hand, and there's a whistle. I think there was a foul on the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Referee Francis is awarding a free kick to Limehole inside their own box, and goalkeeper Saunders is hurt. Yeah, I think Anderson is there shouting at one of the Wi-Fi players, I think suggesting that he was responsible for this injury to his goalkeeper. Yeah, so Limehole comfortable at the moment with a 2-0 advantage, just over 15 minutes of normal time remaining. And it was Mackenzie on the end of both strikes. First half action here. Campbell gets away from Burgess, and the calm side footer from Mackenzie gives Limehole the lead. The second strike here is Kane with a forceful strike into the box. The ball badly handled by goalkeeper Hall, and Mackenzie is right there to just hook the ball in for his second goal on the night. And Limehole with a 2-0 advantage. That was in the 61st minute. So just after the hour mark, Limehole increasing their lead to 2.
Yeah, if ever there were two goals of contrasting style, there we just saw them in lovely build-up from Limehole on the first goal. And the second one, a goalkeeper's blip. Or you'd call it a howler from the goalkeeper. Still a lot of time in it, some 15 minutes or so.
Yeah. But there's still a lot of energy being shown by this Limehole team, as if they are pressing for a third goal. I think CJ Gibbs, with his speed and energy up front, could create more problems here for Wi-Fi as they try to prevent another goal against them. But Gibbs looks as if he has a strong intention tonight to get on the score sheet. May have been disappointed that he wasn't starting as a leading goal scorer in the team. And he has his second half opportunity now, and really looks eager to get on the ball.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's a lot of things behind the scenes that would cause a player that's leading the goal scoring chart for you not to start. Maybe some of it sometimes coach strategy for that game, but you feel with a leading goal scorer, maybe there are other things that did not suit the coach in the lead up to this one. Coach myself, you certainly feel that way.
Yeah, I think a disappointing aspect of the game tonight, even though it's been reasonably entertaining because of how competitive it's been, both teams have given the ball away a lot. And
Yes.
I think from a coaching standpoint, the report card may not be too good on that score.
No, for me, myself, sometimes I use the term that you share it too much. We just share this ball too much. And I guess a lot of it has to do with the directness with which these two teams want to play. So sometimes you're passing forward when that's not the pass. The lanes haven't opened up enough. You haven't shifted the players out of position enough to make that pass.
Game restarts here with Wi-Fi on the right. Looking to get themselves back into the game. The cross inside is blocked. Corner for Wi-Fi.
For the neutral, it would be a really good thing if Wi-Fi were to get a goal back at this stage to make this one an interesting watch.
Yeah. Corner is taken quickly and taken short. Wi-Fi trying to get themselves back in the game. A strong left-footed strike is blocked. Wi-Fi with the opportunity here. Thompson. Thompson fighting hard for it. That was a wild attempted clearance there, and Limehall are on the advance. Gibbs just managing to get the ball before it went, and here's the referee's whistle. Thompson's pass is quick. And another whistle from the referee. Yellow card coming out here. As Henry is on for Limehall, may have gotten that yellow card, Henry. Wi-Fi making a couple of changes now as well.
Looks like Smith who got the yellow card.
Wi-Fi's 21 is about to come on. Wi-Fi making a couple of changes. That's Brian, who is on for them in the number 5 shirt. And they're on the advance now. Wi-Fi on the right flank. Kane heads back calmly to his goalkeeper.
I just feel that Wi-Fi hasn't done enough in front of goal, even when they've had promising attacking build-up plays.
Yeah.
It's just a moment when they're to shoot, or they might just overpass or shoot too early. Just has not happened for them in that part of the pitch.
Yeah. So they've had some roster problems because the management did suggest that the team's roster right now looks completely different from it did 3 months ago. And they did start the Jamaica Football Championship promisingly.
The good thing for them is that they'll be here again come next season in that competition, and so maybe, well, he used the period to strengthen both quality and in depth.
Yeah, good sequence of passing here from Limehall. Yeah, but just a little bit too much weight on that pass down the right flank. But not very often in this game tonight we've seen teams just settle, relax, and pass the ball around
And maybe
successfully.
Maybe you'd expect that a bit from a Lima team that is leading by 2-0 to do a little bit more of that. You can understand the rushiness and the anxiety or eagerness of Wi-Fi to get forward. But for Lima, you'd feel a better management of the game, which would be highlighted by some good possessional play.
Yeah. Wi-Fi just going back to their goalkeeper, who almost loses it.
Now, his confidence wouldn't be so high,
No.
having given up that second goal.
But there's the energy from Gibbs we spoke about. Just constantly hunting and pressing forward. Yeah, Wi-Fi had started the season well with a 3-0 victory over last year's semi-finalists in the JFC, Medforest. A 3-0 victory it was then. So they had a start to the season that was promising. But things haven't really gone well for them in recent weeks. Here they are now with a promising looking build-up that is snuffed out eventually. Campbell now has it. Looks so confident on the ball, Campbell. Yeah, Kane does really well there. Foul, free kick to Lime Hall. And Gibbs is taken down.
Wrong here off the pitch, you feel Ball was just doing a bit too much in his defensive third. On the edge of it, that is.
Yeah, so the game being held up here because of a Gibbs injury from the challenge. O'Shane Allen, the Limehole coach, looking on. He had brought Gibbs on here in the second half with the expectation that this pacey, prolific scorer would just add more pressure to the Wi-Fi defense line, which he has.
Yes, he certainly has.
So he's off, but he'll be back on shortly. Just a bit of an ankle knock. Campbell goes wide, or a little bit back to the top of the half. And cool breeze now coming across the Drax Hall field. Good football from Lime Hall. One-time kick attempted. Didn't really get a hold of that.
No, and I think because he's heavily right-footed, maybe that one coming across his body to use the left if he had that, then that would have been a better option for him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult to try and get the right foot around that ball to try and get it back on target.
He went for the spectacular for sure, because he was comfortable enough space-wise that he probably didn't even need to try a one-time strike on goal. He could have taken it down and set himself up for the shot, but he went for the spectacular.
I guess that's the luxury of having a 2-goal lead. You can go ahead and try that and not get the irate from your coach or fellow players.
Yeah. So time running out now on Wi-Fi. They're down 2-0. Less than 4 minutes of normal time remaining.
We have a hold-up because of balls. I think one did go to the park really early.
Wow.
You know, they're saying, only 3 balls. We're here to start with.
Well, we don't see that often.
No.
Yeah, so they're There's a situation now where a new ball is being fetched, and they're about to get the restart. So we may have about 4 minutes or so being added on for stoppages. But there's very little in this Wi-Fi United body language at the moment that suggests that they have the stomach for a comeback.
No, and I don't think the time is there for them to effect that comeback based on the evidence of what we've seen, for them to get 2 goals to even force extra time. I mean, in the entirety of the 88 minutes that we've seen so far, nothing in the final third suggests that they'll even be able to halve the deficit. I mean, early in the contest, there was some signs sometimes when they go forward that Lime Hall looked a little bit uncomfortable, but still not to the point where you felt they would have gotten a goal.
Yeah, so there's
in a venue like this where, I mean, the balls aren't too far from the field, and a lot of times the balls go out. You think 3 balls was really, really too little an amount, too small an amount there for them to expect a free flow of the game. Still waiting on another ball.
Yeah, I think they're satisfied with this ball now that it has the right air pressure. So they're ready now to restart. So we're in the 90th minute. In a moment, the 4th official, Kieran Wilson, will put his placard up to say how much time is being added on for stoppages.
It's going to be 2 minutes.
Only 2. Wi-Fi on the advance. Wi-Fi going for the strike, but just crashes into the big defender for Lime Hall, and the shot doesn't really come off. Mitchell inside. Campbell. Wi-Fi with possession. Lime Hall trying to block their advance, but here's a right-sided move here. Time running out on Wi-Fi. Thompson. Oh, delightful ball by Campbell to Gibbs, but goalkeeper Hall is alert this time, charges out of his 18-yard area and bangs the ball away.
Now, one thing he has in his locker, I guess, is the anticipation to leave his line. We saw it in the first half where he smothered a chance for McKenzie before he scored. Left his line quite quickly.
Yeah.
If he could bring his handling up to that, then maybe they wouldn't be trailing 2 goals to 0.
Confirmation of the 2 minutes added on for stoppages.
Well,
half of that already expired.
I'd held my producer in telling him that the conversation I'm hearing between the 4th official and the referees that they'll play 4, because the referee did say 4, but because he had 2 up on the board, he said he wasn't going to take it down back, but the referee can play the 4. I guess because the rule says a minimum off.
Yeah. Yeah. Stephanie Dale Yeasing with a alert flag for an offside call. Thompson. Yeah. Wi-Fi pushing this ball around now. Delightful ball played. A lob shot on goal, but the defender is right there on the near post to prevent that one from going in, and just goalkeeper Saunders retrieving in the end, making it look pretty simple.
Yeah, the ball wouldn't come down for the attacker, not for him to really effect that lob much earlier than he did. But in the end, he did well to really get it on target as well. but it gave the defender time enough to recover.
Wi-Fi deep inside their own half with possession still. Ball won from them. Campbell now has it. Wow. Through the legs. Shoved. No referee whistle because Limehole still have possession of the ball. I think the referee played the advantage because I think there was a foul on Campbell. Now the whistle. And now a free kick to Limehall just outside the 18.
I'm not sure. Yellow card shown to defender, but looked as if he got all ball, but maybe both feet left the ground and referee might have deemed that dangerous play. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it's up with a scissors type challenge.
Yeah.
Did get ball, but just the way he effected the tackle would have been the reason why the referee would have given the free kick.
Yeah, a robust defender, Burgess. He did have some early battles with Campbell in the first half, and does have the tendency to be a robust tackler. Limehole looking for three. Gibbs just over the top. Yeah, 7 goals on the season for him. And he was looking for 8 there.
He really struck that one well. Had good power behind it.
Yeah, well, the referee's whistle is going now, which means that the 4 minutes added on would have expired. And the Limehole are coming away with a 2-0 victory, so they advance to the second round with a win over Wi-Fi here. Well earned. Diego McKenzie getting both strikes, and Wi-Fi just not up to mark tonight.
Yeah, certainly value for their win here today, because it certainly was a performance that we didn't see enough from Wi-Fi to suggest they'll win it.
Yeah, here are the highlights of this one. Some good early action here with Limehole pressing for a goal. Campbell was dangerous all night, sliding this one through, but the defender Burgess and the goalkeeper just blocking Mackenzie's advance here. But this was a sign of things to come. Campbell again, always dangerous tonight. Does well here, gets by Burgess. His cross inside is neat, and the finish by Mackenzie puts Limehole up by 1-0. And there was more to come. There's the replay of that strike. And Mackenzie on target for his 3rd goal this season. There were moments here for Wi-Fi. They thought they had a penalty here on this challenge. Referee initially, Francis, pointing to the spot, but after a conversation with assistant ref Stephanie Dale-Yee-Sing, called it back, and there was a red card to a player on the Wi-Fi bench after that as well. Outstanding save there from Saunders in goal for Limehole. One of the best moments for Wi-Fi on the night. Here is the second strike, because the firm kick inside by Kane is badly handled by the goalkeeper Hall, and drops the ball, and Mackenzie says thanks very much. He gets his 2nd on the night. Limehole 2-0 in front after 61 minutes. Here's a lobbed effort on goal, but to the near post. Limeholes, they keep that one going. Limehole with 13 strikes on goal, 3 of them on target, 2 of them scoring. Wi-Fi 8 with 2 on target. 15 fouls committed by Wi-Fi to Limehole's 8. 3 yellow cards in the match, 2 of them to Limehole. And 4 corners each for the 2 teams. Limehole with more ball possession at 58%. And Kimani O'Sullivan is ready with the winning coach, Andrew Edwards.
Thank you, Sir Lance. I'm joined by coach of Wi-Fi United, Coach Andrew Edwards. Coach, tough game, tough loss, but any positives that you can pick up from that game?
I think positive for us is on the last part. Still on things that we really want to look at is in terms of the players that are for the future. That was a big positive. And I also think we played good moments in the game, just didn't have the consistency and the wherewithal to finish off the good moments that we had.
Yeah, first bout in the Challenge Cup. Hopefully it sticks around. I'm sure you're looking forward to it sticking around. So what can we expect from you in the future?
Well, Wi-Fi will regroup. We had our first season in the Tier 2 competition as well. And so we have a taste for it now. We know what the competition is about. And we begin to rebuild the team for next season.
Thank you, Coach. All the best.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That was coach of Wi-Fi United, Andrew Edwards. And we're joined now by the winning coach, O'Shane Allen of Lime Hall. Pleasure, I'm sure, Coach, for you to speak after a victory, especially given, it's in the Popeyes Challenge Cup. 2-0. Speak to me about the victory.
Well, the victory, as we said in the interviews before, we're going to come out here and do our best, and that's what we did.
You looked a Premier League team from where I was standing. Of course, I'm sure you have your eyes on that, but speak to me about possibly winning the entire Challenge Cup this year.
Yeah, man, it's a great possibility. We're going to work hard on this one, and the guys are going to put in their best foot forward to come forward and winning this champion Popeyes Cup.
All right, thank you, Coach. All the best.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kimani. So we heard from the coaches there. Limehole coming up with a victory by 2-0 through 2 Mackenzie strikes. Diego Mackenzie on target twice for them. So having contested the Jamaica Premier League 2023-24 one season and relegated, Limehole trying to rebuild their program and getting themselves off to a good start in the Popeyes Challenge Cup here, and they're through now to the second round. And here's our red stripe moment of the match. Yes, it's the opening goal with Campbell on the left, sliding the ball across, and Mackenzie making no mistake from just about 10 yards. Burgess had a really tough night here trying to contain Campbell, and Mackenzie, no stranger to scoring goals, Mackenzie, and he gets a brace tonight and gives Limehole a 2-0 victory over Wi-Fi in this fixture. Live on CVM at sunrise in the morning. There are the results. Yesterday's results: Medforce 2-1 over Progressive. Baptist Alliance and Stets Elite were 3-3. Falmouth and Holland 0-0. Reno 3-0 over St. Bess United. And today, Duncan's 1-0 over Gray's Inn. Petersfield and Roaring River in a 0-0 scoreline. Penalty shootout there. Roaring River going on to win that one. And we just saw Limehole defeating Wi-Fi United by 2-0. Yeah, so catch us tomorrow morning live on CVM at sunrise.
Popeyes Challenge Cup, powered by Popeyes, Lasco, Connex, Best Dressed Chicken, Red Stripe, Mackay Security.
Here at Connex, we reward innovation, resilience, and creativity. These are the core values of Connex. Connex, Caribbean engineers at work.
What is love? Love is when my uncle gave me the money to help start my shop. My auntie and I made her famous recipe even more delicious. And it starts with the best dressed chicken and a little extra love. No, my shop is famous to the people that matter the most to me, my community. So I only serve the best dressed chicken. Raised without antibiotics, it's all of the best for my customers. If anyone's going to add something to my best dressed chicken,
it's going to be me.
Only the best can be called the best dressed chicken.
Though. 1970, there was a producer called Mr. Minot coming here looking some reggae song, hit songs. I go to audition with him at Dynamic Sounds. The Slickers was there and Iron was there. About maybe 20 artists was there. But it come down to two songs, which was Cherry Baby and Johnny Too Bad. The guy was there talking and complaining, and he don't know which one of the song to sing, to pick, and he picked Johnny Too Bad.
Walking down the road with the pistol in your waist, Johnny Too Bad.
One of the time I end up at Derek Harriet Place and King Street.
Walking down the road.
Come like they never recognize the song either, and he pick a song over my song called Love I. And I said, boy, are you going to the competition with Cherry Baby? You know, because I still have my mind on it. So it's a good song.
Yes, his confidence in Cherry Baby persisted, despite it being passed over several times.
There was a man in the area called Mr. Daly. And I was painting his house with the Cherry Baby song in my pocketbook. And like one of the morning I come to paint, and I said, but Eric, are you that is a crooner? You know, and I said, yeah. I said, what do you have? So I sing the song for him, the Cherry Baby. And he said, boy, that song deserves a prize, you know, Eric. And even that boosts me and give me some more impetus to move on with the Cherry Baby.
He entered the 1971 Jamaica Festival Song Competition for the first time, and
exactly what I think would happen. That's what happened. I was a winner.
Eric admits that this was a song that propelled his music in and outside of the national competition. So, who is Cherry?
It don't base off on nothing personal. But there's a rumor going around that there was a girl living in the area named Cherry. And there's a rumor going around that Cherry was my girl. But Cherry wasn't my girl. And I want to tell you too, the name of the song wasn't Cherry Baby. It was singing, oh, my little darling. And then somehow on the last verdict I said, put Cherry, call her name, you know. It's just a name.
Sweet Jamaica is now on the move. Help me with my song and let the people them come sing along. Take up your cutlass, a shovel and your hoe. Take up your books, them people let us go. Call out the youth and brother, let us show. Sweet Jamaica, we really want to grow.
Eric's second win 6 years later, and most definitely a hit, was Sweet Jamaica, a song written by his friend Winston Wallace.
I said, Wallace, this song going to win, you know. Yeah. So you certain, I said, yeah, man. So you take it to Grub Cooper and Fab 5 and they recorded it and I voiced it and It was exactly so.
That year, he won 3 prizes for Sweet Jamaica: Best Song, Best Performer, and Best Singer. Wallace's second offer would be no different when the duo collaborated again the following year.
I will never leave her shores. I will never run away. I will always believe in the black, the green, the gold, I say. Our nation great above the trials. We must face the test of time. Cause our people, they are strong and we are going to get along. Though some people say we are poor, but the progress you make, my friend, is not always a
music is something that is inborn, you know. Because from a tender age, I used to just hear the sound of music in my ears and listening to other type of music on the radio, and it's like something just inject the music in my system. So I just say I'm going to choose music.
The catalyst to that melodic injection started as early as 13 years old, when young Eric would peruse the local papers for lyrics to his favorite songs.
They used to have those songs coming out in the Star. I think every evening they used to have songs from America come out in the Stars. Stackerly, them type of music. So I used to cut them out and paste them in my exercise book till I have a fat exercise book. I started to practice those songs and learn off some of them too, you know.
You check a ride on a minibus. Destination Kingston, the Kingston. Suddenly we came to a stop, and then I look around. It was red lights, green lights, yellow lights, turning upside down.
Having won the competition 7 times, Eric is a staple in Jamaican festival music. And while he is grateful for this, he is bemused as to why this love has not filtered to the tracks he has made outside of the competition by the people in the land of his birth. All the while, Brazil and countries in Africa have embraced Eric's other songs over the years.
The same love of the common people, Lonely Nights, Cinderella, It Is Love I Gave You, Trouble in Africa, Give Me Some Loving. All those songs are hit songs in different countries. I will sing them all 2 different times on stage. One thing I say, all these songs that I do, and they are hit songs in different countries, right? I want to know if these songs are not good enough for Jamaica people. Otherwise, the people who are listening to my songs and accept them, they must be stupid. In Jamaica, have all the knowledge.
His frustration has not dampened the mood of this proud Jamaican. He is proud of the platform the competition has given him, and at 77 years old, he is still going strong.
With a whole heap of sweat and tears, we have journeyed throughout the years. Love crisis was in now we were. We prayed and we struggled and we won the day. So I am proud to be Jamaican, and I love me home.
I will say fry planting on Sunday morning. That's been when Lila walks in. You don't know this is Lila. I can't wear up the CVM. See tapping right here on CVMTV. Love and life.
What a guan! That a guan! Cross!
Hey, what a guan!
You really just should have paid for all our food.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. It's 18.
Why do you gotta pay for all y'all food though?
If I should die before I wake, it's 'cause you took my breath away. Losing you is like living in a world with no end.
Here's the situation. You take your spouse on a date and she shows up with 7 friends and then expects you to pay the bill at the end of the date. We're here to see what the guys really feel about that situation. It's your girl Tal. Let's see what I want. carry me up on a date?
Yeah.
Where you carry me go?
No, first thing I have to know, sure, what you want to go, Like, what kind of food I eat?
Shrimp and lobster and salmon.
So we can go Lucky Crabs in.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
It depends on the situation. Like if we invite you, we're gonna go have dinner, so that obviously that means that's on me. You understand? If I invite you out and I said from the beginning, why when I forgot to pay on one bill, I'm not gonna left that for my man.
Fair.
You understand? So from the get-go, I believe that should have talked about.
Negative, embarrassed, surprised, shocked.
Say not pay the bill?
No.
Why?
I'm only paying for two because he didn't invite the friend enough. He invited you. You were the one that brought along the friends. So you should be the one that's responsible for your friends, or your friends are responsible for themselves.
My personal man invite me to a date. If a outside friend come, them supposed to come with their money. Like seriously?
Your friend them or you carry them?
No, I don't know my friend them. Find the money.
Right.
Find the money for buy your food, right? And my man.
This wasn't decided to pay. Do you have to tell him not to pay?
No, I can't pay. Because nowadays I can't just friend one a man, my dear. I don't run those jokes.
Well, if the person know, if I told the person to come and I tell my spouse or friend, yeah, him can pay the bill, but I'm not going to carry nobody on him.
All right, for instance, if me even go with her, but I go say, all right, Jody, me and her go, we just have a little drink. The drive is there fine, because maybe a fiance drive, so you know me I go get a little drive. But like, see, him pay my... No.
No, so you can't tell big man about me. Why me pay bill and I say about it? No, that's not sound right. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Suppose she tell us she gonna break up with you.
No, it have to go pay then.
Tell me how you gonna be without me. If you ain't
Well, if me say I'm easy man, it's like me that play the party won't be nothing.
Right, so suppose them order something where you never budget for and the bill come higher than where you can pay, what you gonna do?
Then me if you know when to stop the bill, when to carry on with the bill, and me I say, how much the bill reach? And them was like say, it reach to XYZ. Me I say, yeah, that is my limit.
And I know these situations happen on the regular because I remember one time I invited a young lady out to a club. And she said, yo, my posse is coming with you. So I said, no problem, because I didn't really think that, I was going to be responsible for them. So when they came along, they wanted me to pay for them to get in. They wanted me to pay for I paid for them most to get in, but I just couldn't cover their drink. And I don't know what happened to them because I left them in the dust.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you something, encourage when seeing labor, Yes, I have encouraged her, make you come into me more.
Oh?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, pay the bill.
Yeah,
you're not forced.
I'm not forced, man. I'm forced to go and feel away and say, what kind of work this man is?
If you can afford it. If you can afford it, you pay it. But if you can't afford it, you just say, well, then this day I have, This day done, because I can't pay for this. I'm just take with myself.
Why I can't have a group of friends from a date? That's weird. I'm thinking for left or right there and then.
No, I've heard about stories like this and that's totally wrong.
But why would I bring a group of friends on a date that we're going on? And if that situation comes up, I do not expect him to pay. Absolutely not. I think that is absolutely ridiculous.
No, I took care of the getting in. You got to take care of you getting out.
hard for me to breathe. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
So guys, we took it to the street to hear what the people had to say. The men had a lot of mixed reviews. Some said them would have paid the bill because them not lose them woman. Some said them not pay that because them never agreed to that. But as a woman over here, I love it. I'm easy for shame, so I not got to it. But it's a girl tell, and that's a go on, and what I go on. Suppose she show up with 2 friends instead of the 7, you'd have paid?
We're not about to go then. Supposed to them take there than what we have.
Guan was brought to you by Dun Cool, available at all our Dun's locations from 12,000 BTU to 48,000 BTU. We have a unit to cool any space. Shop Dun's, shop Dun Cool, the best unit on the market. Argument done.
Boss.
Good day and welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theodore Henry. Coming up in today's program, we'll share important tips on beach safety and how you can enjoy Jamaica's beautiful coastlines responsibly and securely. Then we turn our attention to road safety, highlighting ways motorists can safely navigate the island's thoroughfares. And as we continue to observe Child Month, we'll close out the magazine by showcasing children sharpening their creativity and critical thinking skills through engaging STEAM activities. It's an informative and inspiring lineup ahead, so stay with us.
Are you confident that you are the legal owner of your property? Take action to secure your property ownership. Get a registered certificate of title and become the legal owner of your property. To register your property and obtain a certificate of title, you will need to provide a tax registration number (TRN), a valid government issued identification, a survey diagram, documentation to prove ownership, up-to-date property tax certificate, the names, addresses, and occupations of 2 neighbors over the age of 50 who are not family members and can give a declaration on your behalf, proof that you have been in open, undisturbed, and undisputed possession of the property for 12 years or more. For further information on registering your property and obtaining a certificate of title, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. Email asknla@nla.gov.jm or message us at WhatsApp at 876-418-5089. The National Land Agency. One agency, one goal to serve you better.